Hello friends, my name is Vishal Vardhan and today I will show you how to become Java full stack developer. So basically I have made one notes. Here I have represented every technology that you need to become a Java full stack developer. Okay, so you can go with this note. So I will explain today these all things, these all technologies. Okay, first of all I will talk programming languages. See, inside this Java. So you have to start learning with Java, core Java, advanced Java. So you should have a very good knowledge inside core Java. Okay, so what is written here? First, let's read this. A versatile object oriented programming language widely used for building web, desktop, and mobile applications. So basically, you can build all these three types of software with the help of Java. Okay, you can create a web application, okay, where you need an internet, or basically you can go for standalone like desktop, and also you can create mobile applications using Java. So you can start with core Java. Okay, inside this you can add advanced Java too. Okay, so you should have a very good knowledge inside core Java and basic knowledge inside advanced Java. Okay, just you have to feel how advanced Java and how configurations are working inside advanced Java. Okay, after that you can go for Spring Boot. Okay, after that you can go for Spring Boot, and this is the technologies most of the companies working on this technology only. Okay, so let's study this. What is this? A framework built on top of the Spring framework. Basically, this is the actually the Spring framework which is covered up. Means the extra work, the extra configuration which is present inside Spring framework, Spring Boot just make it auto configure. Okay, so it simplifies Java development by providing default configurations and embedded server for building standalone and production ready application. Okay, so basically this technology brought by the Java framework. Actually Java is different and Spring Boot is different. Okay, means the who created Java is not created the Spring framework. Both are different, but different persons, different organizations, but they just become a single thing because they work both together very well. Okay, so basically here actually inside this technology only you are using Java language itself. Okay, and why after Spring framework why Spring Boot come? Because of this, they provide default configurations and embedded servers. Okay, so basically Spring Boot focus on business logic rather than more and more similar type of configuration. Okay, so after learning Java you can just switch to Spring Boot. Before that you should have little bit knowledge of Spring framework. Okay, and when you work on Spring Boot you will know that how the things become easier, how more you are working on more business logics rather than the configurations. Okay, and extra work, the boilerplate codes you have to write, that all are just vanish inside Spring Boot. After that we should have knowledge inside Oracle SQL. Basically you can go with MySQL, okay, or with Oracle SQL, any type of. These all are actually the means these two works on the basically on RDBMS. Okay, RDBMS. In this, the data which is stored inside database will be the means inside the format like table. Okay, in the format you can say the combination of rows and column. Okay, and basically there are no SQL also. Okay, which we can also learn. Okay, when we are learning going for Spring Boot like MongoDB, or you can say Cassandra. Okay, they are actually in the format of JSON. Okay, you can go with that also. So basically these languages you should know. Okay, if you know these languages you can create any type of web applications. Okay, it is easier for you, and you can say yourself as a Java developer. Okay, see what are the technologies inside Java. So these are all the technologies. Okay, Spring Boot JDBC, Java Beans, Spring Data JPA. Okay, so basically JDBC you will learn inside advanced Java, means it is a part of Java. Okay, so actually it is written here Spring Boot JDBC, but this actually you will learn inside advanced Java, because here there is actually a framework of JDBC. Okay, so you no need to write a query. See, what is the full form of JDBC? Java database connectivity. Okay, you are connecting Java with database, and how it will be possible? It will be possible when you hit queries. But when you have learning Spring Boot, you will just add one more technologies like JPO or Hibernate, through which the things become automatic. Okay, you no need to write a code or query to connect with database. Okay, so basically these things you will learn it's advanced Java. And when you will just switch to Spring Boot, yeah, internally JDBC is only working, but you are just using some methods or annotations through which you are just talking to the database. Okay, so what is written here? A module in Spring Boot used for connecting Java applications to relational databases using the Java Database Connectivity API. Okay, internally the API is Java Database Connectivity, but externally you are using something else like frameworks. Okay, after that you can see Java Beans. So let's first study this. What are the Java Beans? Java objects that follow specific convention used for encapsulating data in Java applications. Basically, beans are nothing but the objects, okay, and they are following some conventions like inside uh, the Java objects there will be no argument constructor, getter setter methods, and being serializable, working on the network. Okay, and these are encapsulating data in Java application. So basically, this technology you will learn means what they are telling you will learn inside oops. Okay, so no need to worry about this, you will learn inside this. The whole concept of oops belongs to this, but this Java Beans you will learn inside Spring Framework more, means you have a internal knowledge of objects, but how we are working on beans. Okay, actually a single bean there can be multiple objects, and whenever we need an object we can use that object. Okay, so basically inside beans objects are present, so that's why we say that objects are nothing but the beans. Okay, and they are all configured, whenever we need to use, okay, we can use that objects. Okay, after that you can see Spring Data JPA, a part of Spring Data that simplifies database access by abstracting JPA, allowing you to perform database operational with minimal boilerplate code. So basically, see, you can understood like this. Before JPA, we have to go for JDBC, but when inside market JPA comes, no need to write queries. Okay, no need to write queries because the JPA is a cover up of JDBC. You can understood like this. Okay, so basically this is an API which is actually made by Java itself. So the name you can see here, Java Persistence API. If you provide a dependency of JPA inside your project, okay, you can use annotations of JPA and you can connect data with the database. And if you are going for JPA, you no need to write boilerplate codes. Okay, see, actually now we are trying, the market is trying to create projects in a very few time. Okay, in a very few time. Before that, when these Spring Boots are not come inside the market, it takes 5 to 10 years to create a single project. But when Spring Boot come, things become easier because now the codes are become shortened. Okay, shorted. So you can see here with minimal boilerplate code. Okay, so the extra efforts, the extra code you need to write to create a project that are just vanished. So why it is happening? Like this technology come into the market, that's why. Okay, that's why you should have knowledge about JPA. After that, see Spring Framework, okay, and Hibernate. So Spring Boot is a framework actually of Spring. So going to Spring Boot, before going to Spring Boot, you should have knowledge inside Spring, a powerful Java framework providing tools and libraries for building Java applications, especially for web and enterprise level application. So basically, see, if you are creating a project, so you should have use less and less resource, less and less memory to create a project, okay, a web application and a software, okay. So Spring provide that only. It makes the project loosely coupled and lightweight. So that's why inside market Spring comes. But what happened with Spring, there is still an extra configuration, extra boilerplate code, extra work we have to go for. So that's why Spring Boot comes inside the market. After that, see Hibernate. So it is an object relational mapping URL. You can say it is as a design pattern. Okay, something else. Actually, see work with what happens with Hibernate. See, Hibernate and JP are similar. Okay, similar things. If you provide Hibernate inside your project, again, no need to write a code, no need to write a boilerplate code or hit queries to connect with the database. Okay, so you should have a knowledge inside Hibernate. An object relational mapping ORM tools for Java that simplifies data handling by mapping Java object to database table. So basically the objects, okay, convert to database table and it will be permanent. Okay, see, you have an object, but if you not store inside tables, it will be not the permanent, it will be not persistence. Okay, persistence means, see, if Facebook is using, means you are going sorry, wait, you are just using Facebook, okay, and you want to post photo inside your Facebook, okay, but Facebook doesn't have database, okay. When you do the post, you can see the photo, okay, of yourself if you are posted photo of yours. But what happen if you just do the logout, again login, the photo get lost. So because it is not permanent, not persistent, okay, that's why. So for that, database is needed. And for database, if you are going for this ORM, so connecting your project with the database, your server with the database become very easier. So we go for Hibernate. That's the thing only. So you can say ORM or a design pattern or a concept which help us to connect our project with the database, so our data will be permanent or persistent, like that you can say. So it is used to just do the mapping of Java object to the tables. So if you have a knowledge about objects, then you can understood why we are just mapping Java object to database table, okay. After that, see design patterns. So these are the design patterns like singleton, DAO, factory method. So inside singleton, ensure a class has only one instance in the application, providing a global access point to that instance. Okay, so with the help of singleton, you can create instance of an application, instance only once of your class in an application, and you can provide that access to the global. You can provide a global access to that instance. Okay, that's the thing is. See DAO. A design pattern that provides an abstraction for database interaction, isolating database operation from the business logic. So basically, data access object actually no need to use now inside Spring Boot, but the older technology we need to use. We create DAO folder, inside that only the actual queries written, so through which we just call that queries and try to connect data with the database. Okay, there is factory method, so no need to worry. Okay, you will learn all this, okay. What is singleton, what is DAO, what is factory method. See, whenever you creating an object, you get an instance, so there are varieties of method to create an object. So one of them is factory method, okay. One of the method is factory method, through which you create a object, okay, instance and object. So you will be familiar when you are just going for to learn Java, okay. After that, you can go for web service, okay. So REST, representational state transfer, a standard architecture for designing web services focusing on stateless communication and use of standard HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, DELETE. Okay, so basically REST is an architecture for designing web services. Okay, why we go for web services? Focusing on stateless communication and the use of standard HTTP methods. So basically, whenever we send a request, it is in the format of URL. Okay, and that URL should have some protocols. So one of the protocols we go for inside our project is HTTP, okay, protocol. So hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, inside that there are four types of request. Okay, get, post, put, delete. So basically anything you are performing are based on this type of request. Okay, so from the front end part you can say, or you can say from the client side, you are sending in request, which is nothing but a kind of HTTP request. Okay, so what I am telling that the what is the rest is an standard architecture for designing web service. Okay, and why we going for web service? To communicate with our server. Okay, and what by what we are doing this? With the help of HTTP. Okay, with the help of HTTP. And see, it is a set of rules, or you can say a protocol. Okay, these things are. And what are the types of request? Get, post, put, delete. Okay, so these are four types of methods. So basically we say these methods. Okay, so from the client side you can say as a request, and from the for the backend side you can go say it as a methods. Okay, after that you can see here web XML technologies. Okay, so here is one: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, so to create to design a front end part, we go for these technologies. Okay, so first of all you can see here HTML, hypertext markup language, the standard language for creating and structuring web pages. So it is very easy. Okay, you can say it as a very easy part of our IT market. Okay, so you can understood very easily these things. Okay, so by this you can't provide designs or color, okay, to your front end part. So we go for CSS, a language used for designing, describing the presentation of web page, including layout, color and fonts. Okay, so this is thing. And one more, there is JavaScript. Okay, a scripting language used for adding interactive to web pages, such as animations and dynamic content. Okay, so you can now not you cannot feel now actually what how all these are working. If you work on these all things, you will be more familiar. Okay, got it. After that you can go for application web server. Okay, so first is Postman. So a tool for testing and debugging RESTful APIs by sending HTTP requests and analyzing responses. So basically this is a testing software. When you have created one API from in your backend side, so you have to want to test that. So you can test with the help of Postman and Apache Tomcat. Okay, an open source web server and servlet container used to deploy and run Java based web applications. Okay, so it is a open source, no need to pay money for this server. You can just configure Apache Tomcat with your project, and you can just deploy your project inside this server, and you can do your you can create web applications, okay, like projects. After that you can see database familiarity. Oracle SQL used for managing query. So see, here are basically three types of database. Okay, so one of you can select. I go for MySQL. Okay, you can also go for Oracle SQL. Okay, Oracle SQL used for managing query data stored in Oracle database. Okay, an open source relational database management system widely used for web and enterprises application. Okay, so you can just go for this all database. Okay, you have to learn these databases, anyone, not all, because 99% 95% are same. If you learn one, you can understood others. Okay, that's the thing is. So you should have an operating system, like here it is written Windows. You can you if you have Mac, you can create a web applications. If you have Sun Solaris, you can. Okay, Linux you can. So any one operating system you should have to create a project, or you can, or you want to become a Java developer, you should have one platform to operate your Java codes. After that you can see here version control. Okay, so it will become in the last part. So here one is Git, one is GitHub. GitHub, a platform for hosting and managing Git repositories, offering features like collaboration, pull request, and version history. So basically, here actually you will deploy your project. Okay, and anyone can see your project. Okay, anyone can access your project and see the source codes. Okay, what is written in the backend part. And Git is actually GitHub provides you the commands, and that command you can use inside Git and do the changes. Okay, and if you want to just uh, doing the push and pull part, that can be also help with the help of Git. Okay, a distributed version control system used to track changes in source code and collaborate with other. So these things are will come at the last part. After that you can see IDE. Okay, so basically when you are developing a project, web application, any type of software you are creating, okay, you need an IDE, which is basically integrated development environments. Okay, so inside this you can see IntelliJ IDEA. It is one of my favorite. There is one more, VS Code, Visual Studio, okay, SQL Developer. So basically these all are the IDE. And actually I have worked on two. Like I have worked on IntelliJ IDEA and Eclipse. Okay, so anyone you can select. Okay, anyone you can select and go for, but not this one, because the SQL query only provide to write queries, hit the queries. Okay, but this, in this all you can write Java codes. So my suggestion, you can go for IntelliJ IDEA, or you can go for Eclipse to go to learn Java codes. Okay, after that you can see one build tools. Okay, Maven, a build automation and dependency management tool for Java projects. It helps manage project dependencies and build processes efficiently. So now you can't know what is Maven is, but inside your learning, when you just move on after learning some more concepts, okay, you can easily understand what is Maven is. So this part will come inside advanced Java, okay, or Spring Framework. So then at that time you can understand what actually the Maven is and what the importance of Maven is. So basically it actually reduce the boilerplate code, it reduce the configuration part, and it's help you to create your web application more easier. So we just go for these tools. So you can also learn this Maven, and actually you have to just from the start you have to go for first Java. After that you can switch to Maven. It's not switch to, it will come. Okay, means in your just in your path, like first of all you should know the Java. Okay, after that you should know advanced Java. In between that the Maven will come, and you will familiar with Maven at that time. Actually I want to tell you. Okay, so if you have knowledge in these all things, you can say yourself as a full stack Java developer. Okay, this, if you have this much knowledge, you can also get a very high package in the market. Okay, and like in the front end part, if you have knowledge like Angular, React, it will be best, but it is very tough. Okay, it is very tough to have knowledge of React and Angular if you are going to learn Spring Boot. Okay, so first of all you should have that much only knowledge. It will be sufficient to become a Java full stack developer. Okay, so this is the thing today I want to say you. Okay, if you have any queries, you can comment me. If you have liked my videos, okay, so you can subscribe my channel, like my videos, comment. Okay, and we will meet in the next video. Okay, for today I can say you bye bye.